Hey guys, Daryl Johnson, um, November 27th. I think I'm at 12:33. I should have waited till 12:44. You'll understand that when I go through what I'm about to go through. And I'm going to say, I have to do an APA paper on this so I can actually be accepted by the scientific community, right? So if Bob walks up to me on my paper and says, listen, man, you put something down there and you use me as a citation, I go, Bob, you wrote book number 2, right? Okay, on the 7th page, in the 3rd paragraph, you're saying exactly what I'm saying. Then Bob goes, yeah, you're right. That's how you're accepted in the scientific community. That's the way this should have been done from the start. That's the way all these channels should have unified, which I pushed for over a year ago, that we do a weekly scientific report so we don't look like a bunch of clowns, right? And we aren't laughed at by the scientific community. Here's what's really, really cool, right? I'm going through sacred geometry. Guess who pops up? Ride the Wind. Talking about 576. I am right there with the big boys, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. I go under blogs and people or some crap like that. I think I started out in science, right? I don't know how I got there. And to tell you the truth, I don't know how to change categories. I work on a moto phone. Hello, moto. But man, to see that is like actually getting attention from the real scientific community. That's who you're listening to. And I'm not bragging, but a man who strives to do things right and tell the truth properly and citate his data with parenthetical empirical data that is cited by PhDs. That's how we do it in the scientific community if we do not want to be laughed at. If we're going to start spouting out ideas out our butts, we're the laughing stock of the scientific community. That's why I said your knowledge will go so far, but your imagination will go everywhere. But you can't run around spouting what you think in your mind. You need to base it on something, because I guarantee you there is some doctor out there, somebody who wrote a book, somebody who is at the level of empirical data that will match your thoughts. That's why I am tired of people babbling from one book, from a video they watched, or whatever the case may be, and then go try that, force that information on a man who knows exactly what he's talking about. Probably the most important thing I learned in college, and probably the thing that raised me to a national merit scholar, was my ability to research. There's one thing, I'm going to say it real quick. When I did it was an MLA paper on Dante. APA is science, MLA is English composition. If you're studying the Iliad, whatever the case may be. So I got an A plus on the paper from Dante anyway, but when I started thinking about portholes and dimensions and the 9 levels that Dante goes down through to with the pilgrim, right? Okay. I punch in dimensions, Dante. Okay? So they're looking for redemption, the pilgrim and the poet, I think it is, right? There's 9 levels of hell. I had so much information because it just popped out of my mind. What if I had looked at the 9 levels that descend down, the 9th level being Lucifer ripping apart Barabbas and Judas? That it came to my mind that what if I look on this in a dimensional basis? And this is after when I got out, when I was about to leave Texas and go and live in the mountains and deal with my illnesses, find silence, find truth, find direction. He's back with me now, and he's directing me, or it, or the one, or the creator, or that which stands above all, that puts the tear in our heart and the compassion in our veins. To me, the ego. The ego. Okay? I will leave it that right there, okay? Yes, my production sucks. I'm working on a moto phone. I'm on the top of a mountain. We just got hit by tornadoes last night. The sirens, the roar. I've never been in that position, and I can tell you, beyond any of the other evil that I've seen, scared the living hell out of me. I was scared. Okay, the map was showing this thing headed right towards my town. I could see the visible outline of it. I've never seen a tornado. Okay, but it's like the same thing as seeing a planet. You are humbled, and if you think in your mind, in 2-3 seconds, I'm going to be laying in a pile of rubble, probably dead. Okay, there's no shelter to run to. I don't know why they even sounded off all the alarms, but you could definitely hear the roar of this thing headed here. It came up from Little Rock and it headed up northwest. My phone lit up. About that time, all sirens went off. You could hear the roar of this thing. I could see the silhouette. It wasn't a tornado warning. A tornado warning is when somebody has actually seen one. A tornado watch is to be on look. This was a tornado warning. They were out there last night. Now, I question myself also, before I get lengthy, is how does a tornado develop in mountains when they're typically found in Tornado Alley, Wichita Falls, up in Kansas? I'm very familiar with all that. Remember, I'm kind of a Texan, Yankee, New York, all around kind of guy. So let's be real quick. Haven't totally finished up with the radiation deal, but I can give you these facts real quick. Stellar cores, which are transfers of plasma to our planet. A lot of these channels show these stellar cores. They say how beautiful they are. Ba 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 ba. These are radiation. These are cores of radiation changing our atmosphere, blowing our magnetosphere away, roasting it. Okay? Plasma, same thing. Definition is radiation. Your citation there is www.nap.edu/read/10993. Chapter 6. Okay? Let me talk about the other transfers. Okay? We've got the coronal mass ejections. Okay? Another definition of the 576 resonance controlling our skies, and Musk's 30,000 more satellites, which are adding to this level of radiation. And all of this, okay, we're getting winds from a galaxy that not many people are talking about. Okay, that was space.com. I think you can find that, right? Bubbles is what they're called, or something like that. Okay. So we've got galaxies out there blowing winds at us. Now, what are those winds? Radioactive. Okay? Why do the clouds glow pink and more? Certain ones, the weird ones, the creepy ones, right? If you've taken the time to zoom in, anybody out there who's doing this, hello? If you zoom in closely on those clouds, you will see them morphing into different colors, and they are not clouds. These are signatures, again, of radiation. How does a sky have to be filled with white clouds and all of a sudden this black, creepy, pink thing pops in? We've all seen that. The green, creepy, pink, green thing that floats in. The blue, creepy pink thing or blue creepy thing that floats in. Understand also that the planets that surround us also emit plasma, a radiation signature. Why are a lot of the planets I catch in red? They're red, but you can zoom in on them. You can see the craters. You can see them rotating. Okay? You can see the moon next to it rotating around it. You can see these things blasting out bolts of electricity, lightning bolts, bolts of plasma. How's that work? So I believe we've got big blue, we got big orange, we got that green orb floating around there. Who we got? Did I say big blue? I don't know. I always put it in my hearts because the hearts, it's in your little smiley face circle there. Every one of them matches the color of a planet. Purple, okay, is that a radioactive transmission from that planet? Say a stellar core, a blast of plasma that fits into the radiation spectrum? Or is that the actual color of the planet? Has anybody looked into this? When you're sitting there saying, Bob sent in a new pic and it's beautiful, he's from Colorado, and look at this, it's awesome capture. You know? Does anybody add in that those awesome captures are straight up radiation? Does anybody got a rad meter to step out there when this stuff's cooking and actually see what we're being hit by? Between the sun simulator, between our old sun, between the plasma discharges, between the stellar cores, between the emissions that are coming from the planets, between the emissions that are coming from the galactic winds, between the emissions that are coming from our old sun, the CMEs, because they are all in the radioactive spectrum, and that is exactly what we're seeing. Okay? Now, I'm going to get interesting and I'm going to be quick. Tetragrammaton time, which is 144. 1 plus 4 is 9. We are again at the top of the food chain. But okay, this ties, which gets complicated, between Fibonacci, the code of life, adding the two numbers previous to the one, and coming up with your next one. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. Good. 8 plus 13 is 21. Do you understand how Fibonacci works? It's the same thing that you'll see in your flowers, you'll see in the seashell, you'll see in the Milky Way. Spiral out. Keep going. Okay? Now I've got nuclear signs traced on holy robes, the nines. This comes, and this is going to be a very deep channel. ZETI/category/the fault/visit. Click on visit. You're going to go to their website and you're going to start going through numbers that will twist your head. Okay? I've also found that quantum physics is the exact application of music and frequency. And your basic pentatonic code or your chromatic scale, these are all locked into intervals of also the tetrahedron, which is not only a symbol of the face of God, but it's a symbol of the geometric tree, is the symbol of fusion. Another God here that creates and destroys. Shiva's eye, Shiva's third eye. The fifth pentatonic scale, the state of water, Suryantra duality, male and female, Petrogram, 5 points, 5 senses, 5 wounds in Christ. Da Vinci, 6 points, Star of David, King Solomon, Old Testament, Hindu, meditative state. Hexagram fits in a perfect circle. Fibonacci/the golden ratio. Pyramids. Pyramids are in the sacred geometry. And when they do an overlay, a digital overlay, guess what appears? Orion, Orion. Okay? I'm getting a little dramatic here. Hindu meditative state. It's 5 levels. Hexagram fits into perfect circle. Okay, pyramids. Also, universal consciousness, which would be the 9th level. Universal consciousness, the 9th level. That's us. And that's what we strive for, humanity and what it was supposed to be. We're all supposed to be, they call it the conscious level. I've always defined it to you as the collective. Same thing, gang. And if anybody wants to get older than me and tell me they're reading the oldest book, I'm talking from 1550 through 330 before Christ. Can anybody go older than that? Anyone? Bueller? Can you throw me a book that's after this? Because I'll throw it right back at you. I am done, okay? I'm getting to the core of what we're talking about and what we're based on and who we are. Pay attention. It's deep, I'll tell you that. It'll take me a month to do an actual APA paper on this that will be accepted by the scientific community. Being accepted by the scientific community, again, is using somebody's parenthetical data, using his name, and submitting that to the scientific community. Apparently, like one of my videos have, talking about this same thing. Well, I thought it was a blog. Okay. The eye, the dichotomy of the eye, wards off evil. Dio in Black Sabbath, he'd do this, and people would ask what you were doing. He's Italian, and he would explain it as warding. If you see him on a stage when he was with Sabbath, he'd do this. He was always doing this. Now, everybody thinks that's double horns. Wrong, completely wrong, but there's always duality in everything you look at. Dio, who was the lead singer of Black Sabbath, after Ozzy took off, used that as his sign. He ran around the stage doing it. As he was singing about things that were unbalanced, he was warding off evil. He explained that his mom taught him. He's Italian, right? But that is, God, he had a name for it, but it wards off the evil eye. Okay? Again, it's the tree of life. There's 132 times the tetrahedron is spoke of in the book of Genesis. E equals mc squared is fusion. Einstein freaking knew. Okay? And I knew that too. I've got old videos. I said when he discovered mc squared, it scared the hell out of him and it depressed him because he knew, even though I think he was dealing with science of the ancients to actually define that. So he was smart enough to get to that level. I think I am also, but I'm no Einstein. Okay? I want you to go to another place called crystallinks.com. That's also going to teach you about sacred geometry, Fibonacci, shells, tree, the universe, how they all fit into this code. Okay? Ride the Wind and Science Speed. Abyss, ABYSS.U, Oregon. I will believe that'd be .com. That's going to give you the color index of the brightness of stars and the plasma output that these stars put into the colors in our sky. Now I'm going to go to nap.edu.read/10993. This goes on. Okay, and I got another one that really does too. Commandments, the original, the Zohar, which was created with the Christians. Did I not say the King James wove the Zohar within our Bible? Did I not say that in the past video? Did I not give citation into that? Yet it's a book we bow down to. The Zohar can go either way. It can go good or bad, just like the Bible. Everything is duality. Vesica Pisces, the two circles that intersect that create the fish that we call a soup. No. That is an image of, I stood on the shore, and a second beast arose from the sea and was given power and authority from the from the 10-horned beast. Okay, let's say, right? So the Bible ends with two evil entities in charge. Make no mistake. And if you think you know Scripture, then debate me. I won't fight with you. I'll come at you with love. I will come at you with parenthetical data, empirical data. I will take you back to Sumerian petroglyphs. I will take you back to Sanskrit. How far do I need to go to prove my point? That everything after was created and falsified, literally falsified, and strewn into man's twisted perception of reality. Okay? I can't find this, but there is citation. I found one, the merger of Kabbalah and Christianity. Angelfire.com, gang. Angelfire.com. Gotta be quick. Now, there's a website. This one's really going to freak you out, and it's going to take you everywhere. It's ZETICZEN. 7 planets, 7 days in a week. And this ties to the 144, okay? Organic, Organic pattern music. 7 notes. 7 metals of alchemy. 7 angelic forces. I'm sorry, I got to try and read my writing. 7 deadly sins. 5, 7, 12. Music. 3 groups. 7 relates to an octave, a diatonic scale. All relates to quantum mechanics if you're a guitarist. So now I'm kind of seeing where I'm getting my, my zaps of, that's why I understand frequency, y'all, more than probably anybody out there. So come at me, but come at me correct if you want to debate frequency, because I am no longer going to tolerate fights. I will just block your ass. You're gone. If you want to talk to me like a human being, you want to come at me with your research, you want to come out with something that you just babbled out of your mind, do not waste my time, please. And I say that to you with love. Just get back and do your work and then come back and talk to me. Come at me correct. No more incorrect. Boom, you're gone. I won't even debate you. Boom, click, you're gone. Okay? I don't mean to be like that, people, but I don't have the energy. Try and figure this stuff out and deal with people like that. I can't do it. Emotionally, physically, within my heart, I can't do it. So stop, please, okay? Before you come talk to me, you better know what you're talking about. Dimensional intelligence, whirling tornadoes, which equated into Jacob's ladder. Now I'm getting back to, what type of Indian was it? It's one of the big ones. Let's call it Mohicans, okay? These portholes, and it directs me, where's it end up? Arizona, okay? Talking about these whirling tornadoes, which are vortices. And the top of them, they have 1,000 eyes. These are the gates, people, that we need to understand. We need to get our head around these frequencies because they're damn sure working them. CERN is trying a different frequency every day to open that door. And believe me, between pi and between Fibonacci and between crunching the numbers between them, 3.33, there's a lot of frequencies they're out there playing with. And that would be defined as either the Awake Project or currently maybe the Lucifer Project. They may have moved on to, man, we got it done. But I'll tell you what, they don't lie about anything. They're just straight up, man. So listen to a certain particle physicist, man, they're not lying about what they're doing. They are going to merge which I kind of think they already have, right? I'm seeing too much weird stuff, right? But their mission is to merge our reality with the paranormal reality. Now, 3, 6, and 9 which are also numbers that are involved here, define the matrix and define how the matrix creates our reality. Again, all tied back to tetrahedron, the numbers, the tetragrammaton, the code of fusion. I'm at the point now, who is God? Is God this nuclear entity? Because it's all boiling that way, kids. It's all boiling. I don't care what you believe. It's all boiling that way. These sacred geometric signatures have been around since the dawn of time. They go all the way back to Sumerian. And what they created, their number systems, their water systems, their electric systems. So something is really, really wrong here, right? Okay, the cross is sacred geometry. They happen to just make a sacred geometry cross and bang a boy up to it, right? Humiliate, torture, murder him, nail him to a geometrically, based on sacred geometry, cross. Does that sound like a little weird? I think it does. 144 is light, okay? 111 hertz between each of these frequencies. Jupiter diameter, 144 miles. 144,000 miles is Jupiter's diameter. Pyramids, 144 cover stones. Sun cycle, 144,000 years. 144,000 equals 432 times 3.333. A, 432. Mozart say, I was right. I was getting scared about 432. I was playing with the wrong frequency. But no, I am 100% correct. They've changed it to 440. The original frequency of the real A from classical times, from the dawn of man, is 432. 72 races from Noah. You guys following me? The design, again, of the matrix of reality, 3, 6, and 9. These numbers and these sacred geometries are also based on what Tesla was working on, and this is all coming from the same website I cited. Man, it will take you into... Oh, God. I've been working on it since 6 this morning. My back is killing me from bending over, and I'm just not right, but I got to get this done. Free electricity based on the tetragrammaton, based on the 144 frequency, based on why they block it, why they block this free energy, which they're probably receiving in some way free, which we could receive free, but we get an electric bill every month. But Denver Airport, where 11,000 people got trapped night before last, has free energy, has free electricity. They call Tesla Towers, okay? Osiris coffin, sealed. I'm sorry. Osiris's coffin was sealed by 72 disciples of Typhon, okay? Mass of the moon is 72nd of the size of Earth. It is a 72nd of the size of Earth. Okay? 72 cardiac pulsations. Now I'm talking human structure. Within, I believe, it's a minute. Okay, we got 72 cardiac pulsations. 72 times Old Testament. The 72 is mentioned in the Old Testament. It's only mentioned 6 times in the New Testament. 66 plus 6 equals 72. Let me say that again. 66 plus 72 equals 72. 666, kids. Not a bad number. The actual number of the beast begins with a 2, also within this website. Ends with a 7. Okay? It's also the speed of light. 144 digits in pi. I think that's where I called it a day. Because what I'm really searching for is I had downloaded a 164-page document that I really wanted to show my son. It shows all the geometric patterns, what they mean, the duality of these patterns, what man as dark mind has switched these things to since the dawn of time. And their skies. You know, I thought of this and I'm thinking out of the box. Our magnetosphere is going. If you looked up the Carrington event, 1859, what happened last time we had a grand solar minimum, but there were no planets surrounding us, okay? We weren't being blasted by galactic winds. I told you I could find no information about storms. You know, the earthquakes and everything else, yes, okay? All the information I dig up is that it tore down the grids, okay? So now we have a failing magnetosphere, right? Is this radioactive shield, which I would define it as right now, because it's 576 resonance, chemtrail particulates, 576 from the sun simulator, 576 from our old sun, 576 from Starlink, 576 from every direction you can come from, stellar course, plasma pass, etc. Have they used this resonance maybe beneath the firmament to create a new magnetosphere? Is that what these boys are working on? But at the same time, while they're working this, are they nuking us like microwave dinners? That's really what we need to get down here. What this is doing to us internally. I began to do a research on cancer and the levels that it has gone up. All American levels or all American graphs show that it goes down. Other major countries like the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway show that it's gone significantly up. My bet is on the Norwegians or the Swedes and their scientific research. It's going up. Now, ask yourself why after everything I explained. Last thing I want to do is leave it there. I'll put this in a more of a proper format, but I just wanted to get the info out there because you guys deserve it. You need to know what's causing these storms. And this is exactly it. This is it. This is it. Okay? There's 3 storms in America right now. Denver's buried. Northwest California, Oregon, are about to get blasted with supersized waves, 100-mile-an-hour hurricane winds, and they define it as a bomb cyclone. Were we ever taught anything about bomb cyclones when we were growing up in school? These are new, make no doubt, and they have at least triple the strength of regular storms. So I'm gonna ask you guys to heed my warning again. There's 3 storms in the United States right now that are gonna dump snow in a hurricane passion. That is moving towards Minnesota. Good luck, you guys out there, my prayers, okay? Something brewing on the East Coast. And then something that's going to come down through the South. There is 3. The cyclone bomb hits California today. Denver is buried, okay? 55 million people are about to hit the highways. They play these numbers. They play the holidays. They play the religious numbers. These storms are created by the plasma feeds, but they are driven by man and his power to control the tetrahedron, which equals 576. Okay? Now, if you want to get out there, like I would define it as a full and drive into one of these storms with a family full of loved ones, you are not thinking right. Grab you a bird today, sit home tomorrow and cook it, and hold on to your ass. Because we have no idea what's about to transpire here, and it's getting worse and worse. Okay? I am not the Weather Channel, but CNN, I will say, CNN and the Weather Channel are actually talking truth on this. The other channels are smiling, saying it's not going to be that big a deal. I see one more newscaster smiling while they're delivering information that's going to kill people. I swear to God, I'll find them. You know, I'm dismayed. Awakening continues, and it's very hard. And I hope you guys are following me. I went through a lot of information very quickly, but I've already got 6 hours in this, and I'd like to get out. And, you know, they said it was going to rain today. Got sun and a bunch of jets, so by the end of the day, we'll have clouds and rain. And it probably will develop into tornadic storms again tonight, right? These are all headed your way, gang. I'm in the Ozarks. My name is Daryl Johnson. I'm on the top of a mountain. I ride the wind. I tread the air above the din. And so do you guys also. I hope the information I gave to you helped you. It will take me a while to fashion this into a scientific format so I can really go through it directly, and it'll probably take 2 or 3 videos to do it so I can lay it out so you 100% understand who we are and the power that we have. As 144s, we are defined as light in the color spectrum. We understand all 9 worlds, all 9 dimensions. But allow your imagination to float. Use your knowledge to confirm your imagination. Don't just splurt out words. Take a minute and just Google the crap, man. You know, and fight with Google, you're going to have to rearrange words because that's a battle. It's like fighting with a 3-year-old. Okay, but it can be done. Think above it. You have the ability. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy birthday. It saddens me in a way because I'm alone. I would really like to be with some family, but where I'm at, that's not going to happen. But I'll be all right. You know, I'm cool. I made a good beef stew last night. Got in a crock pot. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. I'm happy knowing what I know. I'm happy awakening. Forget everything else. Forget all the exterior negativities. Those who hurt you. Those who make you feel sad. Make tomorrow a good day. And love those you love. And at least have a little piece of understanding for you. Have no tolerance anymore for the ones that deny you and belittle you. They're energetic vampires is what they are. Energetic vampires. They like to steal our energy. I'm going to leave it with that, but I got to say one more time, thanks for new subs. Thanks for the introspective views that I've spoken before. Every opinion you have is valuable. If you don't want to Google it, I'll Google it. Okay, give me what's in your imagination, because your imagination may hold the key to unlock the door to find us all the way to ascension. And I believe, and I'm 99.9% sure that's Arizona. Okay, so you guys have a good day. Again, ride the wind. I got to think of a catchy title so people actually watch this and maybe learn something. And maybe I'll end up in the science feed again. That would be cool. Anyway, have a good day. You guys are all cool, and I just wanted to make myself, I got to make a joke to somebody, crystal clear. Have a good day, y'all. Be safe, and most of all, help others. This isn't about us, right? Right?